Hi, friends. Should you kill yourself? Yes, but please hear me out. I'm going to read something to you. When you are forgotten or neglected or purposely set at naught, and you don't sting and hurt with the insult, but your heart is happy being counted worthy to suffer for Christ, that is dying to self. When your good is evil spoken of, when your wishes are crossed, your advice disregarded, your opinion ridiculed, and you refuse to let anger rise in your heart or even defend yourself, but take it all in patient, loving silence, that is dying to self. When you lovingly and patiently bear any disorder, any irregularity or annoyance, when you stand face to face with waste, folly, extravagance, spiritual insensibility, and endure it as Jesus endured, that is dying to self. When you are content with any food, any offering, any climate, any society, any raiment, any interruption by the will of God, that is dying to self. When you never care to refer to yourself in conversation or to record your own good words or itch after commendations, when you can truly love to be unknown, that is dying to self. When you can see your brother prosper and have his needs met and can honestly rejoice with him in spirit and feel no envy or question God while your own needs are far greater and in desperate circumstances, that is dying to self. When you can receive correction and reproof from one even of less stature than yourself and can humbly submit inwardly as well as outwardly, finding no rebellion or resentment rising up within your heart, that is dying to self. These are not my words, but they're very good questions. So are we dead yet? Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15:31, I die daily. And in Luke 9:23, Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. And in John 12:24, Jesus said, truly, truly, so he's really emphasizing, truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. So Lord, help us to die to self-pity, self-exaltation, self-focus, self-idolatry, self-importance, selfishness, every form of self. Father, let it die within us. Jesus, that you would radiate through us, that when people look at us and hear us, they would hear you and not us. May you be glorified through us. Empty us of us, Jesus. In Jesus' holy name, amen.